Matt and Jordan have reached that spooky road in which they must stare into the eyes of the skeleton warrior. But what they don't know is that if you stare into the abyss of the eyes of the skeleton warrior, the abyss stares back.
Toon Jam! Toon Jam!
Hello, spooky fellow. Welcome to another spooktacular episode of Toon Jam. We are currently in week 4 of Spooktober. We have one more week left after this. But don't dismay just yet, because this week we are covering Skeleton Warriors. Yeah, ching, 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 ching. Fight me, skeleton.
My bones.
I am Matt.
And I'm Jamin.
And today we're covering Skeleton Warriors. Episode 3.
Yeah.
Bones of Contention. The Bones of Contention. So, a little bit of info about Skeleton Warriors. Skeleton Warriors is a 13-episode cartoon series created by Landmark Entertainment Group.
Ooh.
Or Leg, as I'm going to call them. Originally aired in 1994 till 1995 on CBS in America. There's one season only, 13 episodes.
Yeah.
I think I just said that, but there you go. Episodes run at 23 minutes. Not very long.
No.
I remember it being quite a big thing.
Yeah.
You can get it on DVD. There's a 2-disc set.
Nice.
And
I wonder what that split is. I wonder
know,
what
yeah.
that is.
It's got to be.
It's got to be a 7.6.
It's got to be. The cartoon also spawned. They'll have special features on one disc.
Oh yeah.
The cartoon also spawned a toy line created by Playmates Toys, a comic book limited series by Marvel Comics, and the Skeleton Warriors video game for the Sega Saturn and PlayStation consoles, developed by Neversoft and published by Playmates Interactive.
Oh, nice. The Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn.
Another thing lost to time.
And the PlayStation as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember that game.
No, neither do I.
And let's discuss what else we don't remember in Memories. Skeleton Warriors.
So, yeah. Do you remember it?
I had a toy.
Yeah.
Of one of them with the 6 arms.
Oh, nice.
And I remember the toy was actually really decent.
Yeah.
Not just it was a really good quality toy. Several points of articulation enough. Its armor wasn't just fixed to it. It wore the armor separately.
Yeah.
I think it was fixed on, but it was separate pieces.
Yeah. Really
detailed.
Yeah.
Really good toys.
Yeah, I think it was Dagger or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's I remember the bones having they had grain in them almost.
Yeah,
it was
really,
really the good
cool
paint
toys.
job and yeah.
I remember their eyes were actual obviously plastic, but gems to make them
yeah.
shine.
I remember it being
or did they light up or something? I don't remember, but they were
really good. Yeah,
weapons.
The weapons were good as well. Yeah, I remember him instantly making it to the elite of my bad guys because he was a
proper
good quality
cool,
toy. Yeah.
But that is the only thing. I think I remember maybe seeing it once or twice because I think I knew what it was because I had a toy and I was like, it must be off this, or because it tended to be then you just had the toys and didn't matter.
Yeah,
I kind of remember it.
Yeah, I remember the guy that does the intro, the gold.
Yeah, the gold
guy.
score. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where definitely going back and watching it, I didn't. There was no memories of the episode itself and the world and everything like that. So
just the toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the game.
No.
At all.
No.
Or the comics, but that feels like something we wouldn't have got anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially back then.
That's it. I mean, I don't remember. I only remember one person ever having a Sega Saturn as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, they were rare.
They were rare. Yeah, a rare treat. But I thought I'd have seen it like on the PlayStation, but I don't.
No,
don't remember.
I've never seen it. No.
No,
We'll have to look at that.
Yeah.
Watch the social media space. There will be previews of Skeleton Warriors.
Oh yeah.
The game. And probably the toys.
Yeah. Yeah. The toys,
But
which
for now, let us forget that and let us move on to our playthrough of Bones of Contention. Ooh.
Rewind. Playthrough.
Well, the Skeleton Warrior world is quite deep,
quite dense, isn't it?
Yes, rich with information that would no doubt go over a child's head. But let's try and,
or in this case, an adult's head.
Yes, quite so, quite so. So they live in like kind of it's almost like a medieval time, but it's not.
It's like a post-apocalyptic world, but then it has like super laser technology.
Yeah,
but also feels very medieval.
Yeah, at the same time,
high fantasy.
So yeah, it's like there's a weird mix-up of sci-fi.
I feel like whoever made it forgot it was the 90s as well.
Yeah,
definitely well 80s.
Yeah, it is. It screams 80s.
Yeah, just the hairdos.
Yeah,
you know, that long hair that's almost. It's like a mullet, but they forgot to shave the sides.
Yeah,
that's the only way I can describe it.
Like mullet that's grown out. Yeah.
Maybe that's it because it's the 90s. They grew the sides.
They're just like, I'm keeping it.
I'm keeping the mullet, but I won't have the mullet.
So at the start, there's an attack by the good guys who are kind of like, well, they're human for a start, and then they've got like little suits on, little fancy suits. They're trying to attack a part of like the skeleton's lair. And they enter into some room. Well, there's a series of rooms actually. Yeah. But they shoot the skeletons that are attacking them with
laser guns. Yeah.
They get access to another room, and then it turns out that this was a plot by the leader of the Skeleton Warriors. He was trying to lure them in and trap them, and then for some reason gives them a gemstone that he wants them to look at.
Yeah. It's like a secret message gemstone.
Yeah, that's inside of it.
To sow the seeds of doubt.
That's it. So it was clearly a plot, but they're like, I mean, everyone knows this as well because everyone vocalizes, I don't trust him, but we should definitely see what's on this.
Yeah.
After that, they barely make it out after another laser gun situation. But what happens is that the main guy, well, one of the main guys, he manages to escape, whereas there's a handful of fellas that sort of stay trapped inside. They become hostages, and so they need to get access back inside eventually. But the main character, who's called, is he Darkstar or whatever?
Is he
Darkstar? Grimstar,
yeah.
He ends up going back to the camp and bringing the gemstone
and he's
message.
Like half skeleton.
Yeah.
So he's like a zombie almost, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's not in. It's just his face is like. It looks like an Iron Maiden album cover.
Yeah,
character.
he does. Yeah.
But he's got the mullety.
But with the mullet. Yeah. So the Iron Maiden guy, he makes it back.
Yeah.
He makes it back, brings the gemstone with him, and like for some reason the entire civilization is like a crowd's worth, and they're always there in every meeting.
Yeah.
And like they're all just having a big chat. So they use the gemstone with their futuristic technology that they've also got, and it replays a message that shows what happened during the start of the war. And
and he's a prince, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he wanted to be king, and then helped the
somehow.
It looks like he was tricked into helping the Skeleton Warriors,
Baron Dark or something.
Yeah, into killing the king, maybe.
Yeah, and then it starts
because his brother becomes Prince Regent.
Yeah,
and but they know the royal family know this, but no one else does.
But no one else does, and so it's showed to the masses, and they are not happy.
They want blood.
There's one particular guy who hates this idea, and he is trying to He's trying to get everyone to join in.
Yeah,
but it's not really happening very quickly. But what his brother, who's not a zombie, he steps in and basically takes it upon himself to have the charge of treason put upon himself, and he's about to be executed as a result, it seems.
Because he says, "Look, I'm Maiden guy.
Yeah.
You're the only one that can save these hostages.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, for some reason.
Because you've got a skeleton-y face. He seems to be able to see every now and again what the skeletons see.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got some. There's clearly some link that was made that is no longer there.
Yeah, and so the human prince boy, ends up getting locked up. There's a girl who I think it's his sister as well. Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. She tries to break him out, but he's like, "No, you don't understand.
Yeah.
There's a reason for this.
You're just a girl."
Yeah. In fact, why don't you be? They need a leader. You can be queen. And she's like, "I wasn't trained to be a leader." And he's like, "Well, it's time that we all step into new whatever."
Yeah, yeah.
There's some combo.
There's a lot of dramatic
politics.
ham.
Yeah, there is.
say,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of. It's very much about the royals and stuff, which obviously I definitely wouldn't have understood or cared about as a child.
Dense story.
Dense,
This
very
is like
dense.
it's like if you imagine The Crown set in a fantasy skeleton-filled world.
Yeah.
That is basically
That is
what
what it
Skeleton
is.
Warriors is.
And then, as if to confuse the fact, Grimstar heads back in to the thing with nothing more than like a whim of like, "Oh, I feel like it's over here."
He's got this big gun
Yeah.
and two guys.
And he jumps in and then like just shoots everyone.
It really turns up, and
Yeah.
it's like it becomes the punniest
Yeah.
action film.
It's turned into just 80s action in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, he is the ultimate hero.
Have a nice trip, and then he kicks him down a hole.
Yeah. And then also we can teleport through shadows apparently,
Yeah,
which we didn't know about previously.
He's overpowered.
He is way overpowered. He shoots this massive worm thing that they've summoned out of the ground.
Conqueror worm.
Yeah, he does. And then before jumping into its mouth, he says like, it's like...
It looks like it's an inside job. Jumps in his mouth.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Grimstar, no, what have you done?"
Blows everything up, saves all the hostages.
Yeah.
It's as if there aren't a bunch of bad guys because
Yeah.
they just got absolutely trounced. And then returns safely back to everybody.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Oh, he saved the hostages.
We
Guess
forgive you."
He wasn't such a bad guy." And that one guy that was really annoyed in the first
Yeah.
place was like, "You know what I've learned today?"
He's like, he's like, "Everyone, we should forgive him." He's the leader of forgiving him as well.
And it's like,
fair play. You know what? He
Yeah.
owns up to his mistakes.
Yeah. Even if he is as fickle as they come.
Yeah.
But whatever.
He owns it.
Yeah, and Grimstar comes back and he's like, "I had to worm my way out of a bad situation."
He just comes out with him halfway through.
It's completely uncalled for. You just don't see it coming.
Yeah.
And then pretty much, I think everyone's safe for now, and everyone's happy with him. So that's pretty much the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Toon Jam. Toon Jam.
Okay, so Skeleton Warriors.
It's different to how I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was going to be probably set in New York.
Yeah.
They were men that were. I mean, they were men that were magically transformed. Because one of them was, wasn't there? There was some guy that got transformed in it.
Yeah.
But I thought it would just be like guys in a toxic waste accident. Yeah, it's far more like intricate than I imagined it would be.
Almost too much, some might say.
Yeah, dense is the word. Dense is the word. Thick with plot.
Really thick, yeah.
Some
Viscous.
interesting character designs.
Yeah.
Grimstar. I mean, like, definitely feel like I've missed something. I wonder if you watch it from the start, you get all of that.
But I mean, there are only like 3 episodes.
That's what was weird.
Yeah, I feel like
can 2 episodes explain all of my questions?
Has there been 8 seasons before this?
I did like the gold skeleton that tells you everything.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, and I don't know who it's supposed to be or what relation to anything it is.
No.
But I liked it.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. I liked how it comes out with proverbs and
Yeah.
sort of thing at the start.
Yeah.
The Skeleton Warriors were pretty cool.
Yeah. they break apart with lasers, but then they come back together like the Iron Giant. And
Yeah. They're just not bothered.
No, they're like, oh, that hurt.
So you can't beat them.
No.
But you can temporarily beat them. They're
Yeah.
like dry bones in Mario.
Yeah.
Jump on them, they're down for a bit, but they'll just
come back together.
gather.
Yeah. The villain as well, like he had like the lamest voice out of all of them. He
I
had
know,
proper,
yeah,
like-
it's always the case though.
Yeah.
With these.
I don't know what the deal is with that.
No.
And also, he wasn't that hard because Grimstar just went in and just decked everybody.
It was just like one shot from his staff gun thing.
Yeah.
It was just like pew, pew, pew. I mean, I will say I did really like, when it started getting crap and cheesy. That was like the best
That
bit.
was the best
It was like, this
Yeah.
is all of a sudden hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
He just runs in,
just
like,
duffs up everyone.
teleports into their base,
Yeah.
decks everyone.
Yeah,
like, and
you
then
felt the anger of the situation in him.
Yeah.
Like, he was not happy,
No.
and he was going in there and he was going to save everyone.
and then it was
That was pretty cool. I thought
That
it
was
was
pretty good.
it was more than I expected from that point.
I wasn't expecting a lot after
No.
like a good 18 minutes of
Yeah,
straight up like the royal family tree, etc.
Yeah,
it's a weird one because I feel like they're trying to do something really epic here, and then they realise they've got a 20 minutes kids show to make, and it somewhere along the line
you can tell like they probably had this ridiculous story.
yeah.
And they knew they couldn't really play it out once it came down to it, and they kept having to condense it to a point that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Because there were a lot of bits that didn't really make sense. Like, because at the start they were already breaking into somewhere that was like the Baron's factory or whatever.
Yeah.
But then they couldn't get back in. But then Grimstar can teleport anyway. But then they've also got giant flying motorbike things.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, what's the access problem? Like,
Yeah,
what's
it is
going on?
basically. There's a lot of there's a lot of merchandise
There is,
in this, and you can tell because there's only how many episodes? Like 13 episodes. So you can tell that they're just squeezing in things for the toys.
Because I think that was definitely the part that really it made it hard to digest was that it didn't know whether it was sci-fi or fantasy. Yeah. And there is a big difference when you see them side by side. Like when you see the peasants revolt and want an execution in the market square, and you see 10 people fly off, and
it's like they've got, instead of a guillotine,
to
kill it. It's like basically a guillotine, but with a giant crystal on the top, and then they shoot laser beams and it just destroys a pumpkin. They use a pumpkin as an example, checking it works. Boom, and it's just kind of like at that point, you'd save a lot of time by just having a guillotine. If that's all you're doing.
The resources are not used efficiently for the townspeople at all.
Laser crystals everywhere.
Yeah.
They're just so abundant in it that they're just like, we might as well use them for it.
But when you look around at their town, it's shoddy.
Yeah, like,
they still live in like a medieval
like mountaintop ruins. It's not even. How do they access anywhere? What do they eat? Their clothes are all rags.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's so bizarre. This is a bizarre time to live in. Yeah, but then they could just go grab a gem from somewhere and then bring back like high HD video. So what is going on in this place? What is
incredible,
happened?
Really.
Yeah,
it's like one of them is like a Iron Maiden skeleton dude, and then the other one's like some weird spaceman with a super round helmet and visor. Never seems to do anything.
No,
he's just there to look
useless.
a bit different.
Yeah.
It is a weird show.
It's a strange world that they live in. Yeah.
Okay, well, shall we hit our ratings?
Yeah.
So here at Toon Jam, we have a 3-point rating system. Thumbs up. Looks like it's going to be an inside job. Thumbs down, the first half of this show. And shaky middle, Grimstar's face. What's going on there? So thumbs up, good. Thumbs down, bad. Shaky middle, in the middle. Okay, so your thoughts on the Bones of Contention?
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting show. One that I can't imagine I would have really enjoyed that much as a child, other than the fact that I guess skeletons are cool It
Yeah.
looks kind of different.
Yeah.
There's lasers and shooting. Like I think that's
It's
they're
like
the
it
boxes that
ticks a
are
load
ticked.
of boxes without connecting any of the dots.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is like
It's like if you imagine your favourite picture in the world, what would you like to look at the most?
yeah,
And then someone giving you a dot to dot of that wasn't done.
yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah, yeah. It's like a bot like just went through like 5 90s shows and then put them all together and was like,
Yeah.
there you go, here's a TV
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
It doesn't really gel. The story was way too heavy for my liking. It was the densest of cream
Yeah,
on top of an
yeah.
already rich cheesecake,
Yeah, definitely.
and it was painfully hard to swallow.
Yeah.
Like I remember like just sitting there thinking, why are we seeing
Yeah.
this? What is
What's going on?
What is this all about?
Yeah.
And it doesn't really amount to anything either. Like
It's like usually you watch something and it gives you a slight recap in an episode.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh yeah, I remember that, or oh,
Yeah.
I know what's going on now. Whereas the recaps made it worse.
yeah, oh, yeah, definitely.
It's just like, what?
Oh.
Hold on, what? What? Where did his face come from? I don't-
So it's definitely flawed,
Oh yeah.
heavily flawed. And then then you get the action bit, and it's like, well, this is pretty fun.
Turns it up.
Yeah. So I mean, I really wish there'd have been more of that
Yeah.
and less of what it seems the show was actually about. So that's very upsetting. And then I think because of the ratio that we got, I mean, it's going to have to be I think a thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that it didn't redeem itself in those
No.
that 60-second bit where Grimskull was whooping fools. Because I feel like if I watch the next episode,
Yeah.
there's not going to be
No,
more of that.
No. Yeah. So a thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
I think I agree. The first half was hot trash, but the second half I really enjoyed. I was like, flipping heck, they've really made this something else. It's like two different flipping
is,
episodes or something. And I was laughing.
Yeah.
I was excited.
Yeah.
Like I was actually excited to see. Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
whooping these fools. And then it got to a point where it entered that area of this is so stupid that
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Like the guillotine bit. That,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what was funnier, the overdoing of a device
Yeah.
just for a guillotine, or the pumpkin.
The pumpkin.
The pumpkin just, as soon as they put it there, it was
Yeah.
where have they got a pumpkin from? They live in the mountains. I do think it could have been worse in a way,
Yeah.
because it isn't set in New York,
No.
which immediately, it's not set in New York. I'm
Yeah.
sitting at thumbs up.
Yeah.
At this point, that's what I've got to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did have its own world,
Hmm.
and as stupid as it all was, I've not seen anything else like it.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, like I say, I mean, I can't go better than the cake analogy. It was
Yeah.
very dense
Hmm.
and tough to swallow and confusing. So I'm going to be a firm shaky middle,
Ah, nice.
because it was half and half, and I'm not going to go away and watch another episode.
No.
But if someone put one on, I'd be curious and
Yeah.
might end up watching it.
Hmm.
So yeah, shaky middle for me.
That's fair. Yeah, yeah. And I think whoever wrote that last bit, they need to.
I hope they're still working
Yeah, I
today,
hope
because
they're-
that was really
Yeah.
something good. Even though it was,
Cheese.
general cheese,
Yeah.
like predictable,
Hmm.
stupid. Like when he just keeps kicking them down the holes.
Yeah.
Like there's one hole in the middle of the room, and to beat these skeletons, he just keeps kicking them down the hole. I still was like, who's he going to kick down next?
Yeah, that's it. He's coming.
Like who's next? Who's next? Yeah, enjoyable.
yeah.
In a weird way.
And whoever wwrote that first half, I hope that they didn't continue to.
Well, they went on to work on season 5 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh, and that makes sense. Makes
That
perfect
makes
sense.
sense,
Yeah.
Skeleton Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay, so thumbs down and a
Yeah.
shaky middle.
Yeah.
Overall, quite bad.
Quite bad. Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be. But so far, the worst rated of our spooky cartoons, which when you think of Monster in My Pocket,
Yeah.
that's pretty...
That was a low bar.
yeah, that is a low bar, yeah.
Well played, Skeleton.
So we have one more spooky spectacular for you coming up, and that is it on Halloween?
Yeah, on or around Halloween.
It is the day before Halloween.
Halloween.
So, thank you again for listening, and if you liked the show, please feel free to rate and review. It really, really, really does help us out. Or just tell someone about us. The more people that hear about us, the better, really.
Yeah.
The better it is. But otherwise, we will see you, dear listener, on Halloween. Stay spooky. Ooh, ooh.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Toon Jam. And if you want to continue to help us out, you can help us by jumping over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/toonjampod. And if you can rate and review us everywhere you listen to your podcasts, so on iTunes or on the Android apps, that'll be a massive help too. Thank you, and stay jammy.